Hello, ladies and gentlemen. She ran huge distances in her past, feeling the strain on her joints. The pain turned into arthritis and leg agony. She sought peace in prayer and scripture study during the turmoil. Her disease worsened despite her efforts to treat it, prompting her doctor to recommend surgery. Her family's unflinching support helped her go on a difficult journey that showed the power of faith and resilience in the face of hardship. On the day of the complicated procedure, the attentive nurse noticed the patient's unusual serenity in the operating room. As the severe anesthesia began to pervade her senses, she blurred consciousness, experiencing intense agony and irregular palpitations that suggested cardiac instability. With each laborious breath, she felt suffocated, preventing her from seeing. She clung to hope for the surgeon's prompt intervention during this difficult physical journey. The cacophony of feelings faded into an eerie calm, transporting her to a world without suffering. After recovering from this ethereal reverie, she heard the doctor's whispered orders. She easily crossed solid barricades and entered the hospital's labyrinthine halls, unfazed by her weird new perspective. She saw a shadowy figure in obsidian conversing with a fellow practitioner in the hospital's sterile interior. An unexplainable magnetism pulled her beyond prosaic reality and the hospital's architecture. She glided across the city like a ghost as she ascended to the heavens. At a huge expanse cloaked in celestial brightness, she saw a little but brilliant beacon of light with a white figure radiating benevolent peace. The enigmatic person invited her in with a friendly smile and appealing countenance. Approaching the brilliant presence produced a mix of elation and tranquility that engulfed her in an ethereal hug. His infinite compassion and brilliant warmth cocooned her in comfort, creating a lasting bond. He gently welcomed her into his glorious presence with outstretched arms. Her mind was filled with thoughts of college idealism in that sublime moment. She proudly remembered her many hours of community service. Selfless compassion helped her make lasting memories, like walking an elderly matriarch around lush landscapes. Despite her fond memories, a regrettable childhood mistake loomed. She regretted her moral lapse in an academic exam and the guilt that followed. Her moral frailty, a betrayal of intellectual integrity and self-worth, haunted her. Unsure of her fate, she turned to the man before her for comfort and redemption. He looked at her with understanding and forgiveness, surprising her. As she considered his insight into her past sins, she felt liberated and frightened. The apparition unexpectedly invited her to commune with him, leading her to a lush meadow with hidden blossoms and a crystal-clear river. Her father and grandfather, who had died, appeared briefly as they strolled along the river. Their ethereal presence produced a bittersweet symphony of delight and longing, but the person by her side warned that earthly reunions were not yet possible. Following their ethereal journey, they arrived at the Library of Heaven, a grand building known throughout the universe. Jesus revealed the vast information in each tome, hidden in arcane scripts and esoteric languages, in its sacred halls. Although she was initially confused by the unusual markings on a volume, she sensed a surge of energy coursing through its ancient pages. Jesus smiled and said that enlightenment will come from this cosmic wisdom. She found a collection of musical manuscripts with a symphony of notes spanning terrestrial melodies, from classical melodies to modern rhythms, as she browsed the towering shelves. Jesus gently showed her that the library was more than a place to learn. It was a furnace of transformation where knowledge might unlock her soul's potential. Jesus gently handed her a book from another shelf. She saw a well-marked tapestry of her life's joys and sorrows, successes and trials as she leafed over its illuminated pages. She found comfort and acceptance in his gentle gaze, which acknowledged every moment of her life with love and understanding. After this intense contact, Jesus gave Mary a life-changing choice: to enter angelic realms or return to mortal life. Despite his celestial attraction, she longed to reunite with her earthly family, to embrace her mother again, to share laughter and tears with loved ones left behind. She saw a hospital room filled with hushed prayers, her mother's impassioned petitions reverberating through the barrier, instead of her family in that transcending dimension. She saw loved ones silently praying, each syllable touching her soul. She remembered her mother's tenacity and her father's sudden death, a tapestry of memories that shaped her. With a heavy heart and tearful face, she chose based on her confidence in the divine plan. As she left Jesus' angelic embrace, his gentle touch gave her a solemn pledge to walk with her, unseen but ever present, leading her with love and safety. As her consciousness returned, she was again in a hospital room, her senses tuned to her heartbeat. She felt blessed with each breath, filled with faith that would get her through the challenges ahead. Her recovery was like a precious tapestry, stitched with purpose and destiny and graced by heavenly providence. Jesus, a light of hope amidst doubt and despair, sustained her throughout her hospital stay, from the sterile surgery ward to the convivial recovery wing. She took comfort in discussing her incredible adventure with her mother upon returning home, a testimonial to the profound secrets beyond mortal knowledge. Her mother was initially skeptical, but her daughter's persistent faith about the angelic communion with her ancestors proved divine grace's boundless depths.